Pluto's new friends, Brock and Tack. Pluto loved to play the Brock and Tack game with the other planets. He wanted to brag about being the smallest planet. He hoped, he hoped someone would call on him to brag soon. I'm Venus, the second planet from the Sun, Venus said. Tack, Neptune. I'm Neptune, an ice giant. I have stormy weather. Then Neptune yawned. Game over, he said, and he began to hum. Pluto was sad that no one had tapped him, but he joined in the humming. It sounded lovely, like bells ringing. Soon everyone put but Pluto was asleep. Pluto watched over the others from his distant orbit. Surely he'd be tapped tomorrow. Good night, planet, he whispered. Bullies. The next day, Pluto could hardly wait to play the game. I am Mercury, and I orbit the Sun in 88 days, Mercury began. I am the smallest planet. Huh? Said Pluto. Then he shouted, I am the smallest planet. You were the smallest planet, said Mercury. I am the smallest now, and I am a giant compared to you. He laughed, and the others joined in. We vote, and you are no longer a planet, said Earth. Since when? Since the other day, Mars answered. You are too tiny to be a planet, and you have a messy orbit as well. But, Pluto said, I orbit the sun just like the rest of you. Your orbit is full of junk, Saturn said. Look at all the rock and ice chunks. Tsk, tsk. Very messy, indeed, added Venus. You could even be an asteroid, laughed Uranus. Then Jupiter spoke up. Tough luck, kid, but don't worry, it is a big universe. Go find something else to do. Dark days. Pluto felt as if he'd been struck by a comet. He was sad and silent for days and days. Charon, his largest moon, tried to cheer him up. You are still special, Pluto. Some planets have no moons, and you have three. Pluto sighed. I am not a planet. I could have a million moons, and it wouldn't matter. I am a nobody. For hours, Pluto stared at the sun. Maybe the sun could put in a good word for him with the planet. The sun knew how hard working he was. After all, it took him 248 years to complete his orbit. Sadly, Pluto realized he couldn't ask for help. The sun was too much far away to hear him. Pluto looked away from the sun, beyond the planet. He spent days looking at stars, comets, and asteroids. Then one day, he looked up and saw someone like him, only bigger. Dwarf planet. Hello, Pluto, said Aries. Are you a new planet? Pluto asked. No, I'm Aries. I'm a dwarf planet. And so you are. We are just like planets, only we share our orbit with other objects. Pluto made a face. You mean the junk? As Aries laughed. It is just frozen gas and rock left over from the solar system began. They are sure it is a lot of it, Pluto gripped, especially in the Kuiper belt, said Aries. That is our neighborhood, Scientists study the Kuiper belt for clues about how the solar system began. Are they studying us too? Pluto asked. Yes, they have named five dwarf planets, and they think there are many, many more of us. Let's go find them, Pluto cried. Hold on, Pluto. You should meet my three friends first. New friends. Eris and Pluto rolled out of their orbit. They zoomed over to where Makemake, Homer, and Ceres had gathered together to meet them. In their excitement, they all started talking at once. I have an idea, said Pluto. Let's get to know each other with a game. They played brag and tag for hours and hours. Pluto was attacked a dozen times or more. Meanwhile, he learned that Aries took the longest time to orbit the sun, and Ceres took the shortest. He learned that their names all came from ancient myths. Ceres was named from the Roman goddess of the harvest. Homer was named for a Hawaiian goddess, Ares for a Greek goddess, and Makemake for an Easter Island goddess. God. I am named for the Roman god of the underworld, said Pluto. I am proud to be a dwarf planet with new friends. Game over. So, hey, do dwarf planets like to hum? We do, said Mimic. A new harmony of voice rang out. It was simply love to hear.
Good job.